All right, let's talk about a bank account you probably don't even know you have. It's one you're spending from every single second, whether you realize it or not. We're talking about your attention capital.
So, let me ask you something, straight up. What is your most valuable, non-renewable asset? Really think about it. Is it your money? Your time? Those are good guesses, but we're going to argue that it's something even more fundamental than that.
See, your most valuable asset isn't something you can find in a bank statement. It's the currency you're using right now to experience your life.
Okay, so let's define this thing. Attention capital. Now, this isn't just, paying attention. Think of it as a finite mental resource. Once you spend it, it's gone for the day. It's the raw energy that fuels everything important. Deep focus, learning something new, making a real connection with someone. It is, quite literally, the currency that powers your life.
You've probably heard the term attention economy, right? And the myth, the story we're sold, is that it's this kind of benign marketplace for information and connection. But the reality? It's much, much closer to a financial battlefield. And guess what? Your attention is the gold being mined for somebody else's profit.
So how exactly are they pulling this off? Well, let's get into the mechanics of it. We'll call it algorithmic extraction. It's all about the sophisticated, almost invisible ways your capital, your attention, is being drained day in and day out.
Here's the one thing you absolutely have to understand. The algorithm running your favorite social media feed, it has one goal, and one goal only. Maximize your time on platform. That's it. It's not there to make you smarter or happier or more connected in a meaningful way. It's just designed to keep you glued to the screen, spending that precious capital.
And the way it does this is brilliant in a kind of scary way. It uses the psychology of the endless scroll. First comes the lure, right? That little red notification. Then comes the hook, an unpredictable reward, a little dopamine hit, just like pulling the lever on a slot machine. And before you even know it's happening, you're caught in a habit loop, compulsively checking, scrolling, not even thinking about it.
Now, just stop and think about what that means for your own free will, for your autonomy. This quote just nails it. Algorithms now act as invisible, powerful portfolio managers for your mind. They're making investment decisions for you with your most valuable asset. And the crazy part? The return on that investment for you is often, well, nothing.
In this constant drain, it has a really high cost. So it's time we start doing the math. Let's calculate the real cognitive losses. Think of them as the hidden fees on your mental bank account.
Okay, check this out. This number is just staggering. Research shows it can take up to 20 minutes to fully get back into a state of deep concentration after just one single interruption. We're not talking about a coffee break. We're talking about the cost of one notification, one quick peek at your phone. Now, multiply that by what? A dozen, 50, 100 times a day? The cost just skyrockets.
And these aren't small fees. They're profound. You've got the opportunity cost. That's all the deep, important work you're just not getting to. Then there's the cognitive fatigue, that feeling of being completely drained at the end of the day, even if you didn't do much. And maybe the most damaging of all is the slow erosion of your ability to think deeply, to really tackle complex problems.
Now when you zoom out and look at this not just for one person, but for all of society, you get what some people are calling an attention recession. It's this massive systemic drop in our collective brain power, and that really limits our ability to solve the huge, complicated challenges we're all facing.
Okay, so that's the bad news. It's a pretty big problem. But here's the good news. You are not powerless. You can absolutely fight back. It just takes a new investment strategy, a really proactive, deliberate plan for how you're going to allocate your mental capital.
And the first strategy we're going to talk about is called digital minimalism. Here's the core idea. You need to approach your technology like a super aggressive accountant doing a zero-based budget. Every single app, every notification, every subscription has to justify its existence from scratch. If it doesn't provide massive value, it gets cut. Simple as that.
So, how do you actually do this? It's a three-step process. Step 1, do a full audit of everything on your phone, your tablet, your computer. Step 2, force each one to justify its true value in your life. Not what it promises, but what it actually delivers. And step 3, be absolutely ruthless. Cut, delete, and unsubscribe from anything that doesn't make the cut. It's about being intentional.
What this does is it makes the choice you're making crystal clear. You can see your attention portfolio. On one side, you've got your low-yield investments, just passively scrolling, reacting to alerts, consuming junk information. But on the other, you've got the high-yield stuff, intentionally engaging with people, deep reading,
and actually creating something real. The goal is to shift your entire portfolio over to the high-yield side.
And you can actually use tech to fight back against itself. Think of these as setting up digital firewalls to protect your capital. You can activate focus modes on your devices. You can use time-limiting apps. They're basically like a stop-loss order for a stock trader. And here's a great one. Switch your phone to grayscale. You would be amazed at how much less tempting it is when all the bright, shiny colors are gone.
But look, managing your tech, that's really only half the battle. The ultimate high-yield investment, the real game changer, is building up your inner capital, strengthening your focus and your mind from the inside out.
And a huge part of this is completely changing how we think about boredom. We've all been trained to see it as this empty space that needs to be filled immediately, right? Pull out the phone. But the real value of boredom is that it's a creative space. It's the only time your brain has room to breathe, to connect dots, to come up with new ideas. Seriously, boredom isn't a bug in our system, it's a feature we need to start using.
So, when you boil it all down, it comes to this one powerful idea. Your attention is the foundational asset of your entire life. So you have to stop giving it away for nothing. Stop renting it out for free to whichever app screams the loudest. It's time to start managing it like the precious, finite capital that it is.
And so I'll leave you with this question to really chew on. What is the single highest yield, non-digital activity that you could reallocate just 30 minutes of your attention capital to this week? Whatever your answer is, that could be the start of a whole new and much more profitable investment strategy for your life.